During World War II, Britain faced a dire threat: starvation. Enemy attacks on supply ships meant food shortages at home. The government launched the Dig for Victory campaign, urging everyone to grow their own food. Lawns, parks and even the Tower of London's moat became vegetable patches. Rationing made homegrown produce essential for survival. Posters declared that spades and forks were weapons in a silent war for food. People of all ages transformed flower beds into rows of cabbages and leeks. City dwellers with no gardens faced a unique challenge. Where could they dig? The answer was ingenious: grow food above ground, using whatever materials were available. Thus the sack garden was born, a simple, resourceful solution to feed a nation under siege. This method turned even the smallest spaces into productive plots. It was a collective effort, uniting the country in the fight against hunger. The sack garden became a symbol of resilience and hope. In bombed-out cities, traditional gardening was impossible. People turned to burlap sacks, once used for potatoes or sandbags, as makeshift planters. They filled these sacks with homemade soil, kitchen scraps, leaves and even rubble for drainage. Crushed bricks and stones at the bottom kept roots healthy in Britain's damp climate. Rows of sack gardens appeared in tiny backyards and on rooftops. Each sack became a mini-farm, growing potatoes, carrots and greens. This was more than food production. It was a statement of resilience. Sack gardens brought life to the ruins, offering hope amid destruction. Their vertical design made them efficient. Potatoes grew deep, lettuces thrived on top. The humble sack empowered city dwellers to join the Dig for Victory campaign. It was practical, cheap, and surprisingly productive. Sack gardens turned scarcity into abundance, one small space at a time. They proved that with creativity, anyone could help feed the nation. Sack gardeners invented a smart way to water their crops. Instead of soaking the top, they built a central core of stones or rubble inside the sack. Water poured into this core trickled down, reaching roots at every level. This internal irrigation kept the entire sack moist and minimized waste. Root vegetables deep inside and leafy greens on the sides all received the water they needed. The system was efficient, simple, and perfect for limited resources. It turned each sack into a vertical oasis, maximizing growth in a tiny footprint. Wartime ingenuity made every drop count. Making your own sack garden is easy and connects you to wartime ingenuity. Start with a sturdy burlap or woven sack and gather stones or broken pots for drainage. Fill the bottom with a layer of rubble, then add soil mixed with compost. As you fill, create a central column of stones for watering. Cut small slits in the sides for planting lettuce or herbs. Plant a larger crop like potatoes or tomatoes on top. Water by pouring directly into the stone core until it trickles out the bottom. The sack garden is now ready, a compact, multi-layered growing system. It's perfect for small spaces and uses recycled materials. This nearly century-old method is as relevant as ever. Today, plastic pots dominate container gardening, but sack gardens offer unique advantages. Burlap sacks breathe, allowing air to reach roots and preventing waterlogging. This air pruning encourages healthier, more fibrous root systems. Unlike plastic, sacks keep roots cooler in hot weather. Burlap is biodegradable. After several seasons, it can be composted, enriching the soil. Plastic pots, by contrast, become waste. Sack gardens are sustainable, effective, and environmentally friendly. They use natural materials and reduce plastic pollution. In a world focused on sustainability, the sack garden is a green alternative. Sometimes the old ways are the best. After 1945, food shortages ended and global trade resumed. The urgency to grow your own food faded as supermarkets and convenience took over. Gardening shifted from necessity to hobby, driven by consumer products. Plastic pots, fertilizers, and packaged seeds replaced the humble sack. The knowledge of sack gardening was quietly forgotten. Economic growth favored buying over self-sufficiency. The skills of wartime gardeners vanished as society moved on. Yet their ingenuity remains a powerful lesson for today. Today we face new challenges: food security, sustainability, and rising costs. The forgotten sack garden is more relevant than ever. It's a practical way to grow fresh food with a tiny carbon footprint, even without a garden. Reviving this method connects us to a generation of resilience and community spirit. Building a sack garden is an act of remembrance and empowerment. Anyone can do it, on a balcony, a small yard, or a sunny doorstep. Start with a few herbs or a potato. You'll be amazed at the results. Let's bring sack gardens back, not as a symbol of hardship, but of hope. Take control of your food, reduce waste, and reconnect with the earth. The time to start growing is now.